hazard.
Welcome back to United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering. We are here for the Winter 2022 Marathon, and once again, my name is Tempest Mask 1000. It's my pleasure, y'all, to introduce you to a rhythm game showcase where we have Murtag right here, right now, bringing us Sound Vortex. Now, I'd like to remind you all we are raising money to support Crisis, a charity supporting people to get them out of homelessness for good, and they achieve this through education, training, and support with housing, employment, and health. So if you would like to get your donations in, we have !donate, where it'll take you to our little donation page, and we also have quite a few incentives for some games coming up soon. For instance, we have the blindfolded Pokemon Red run, and we can determine whether the runner will be using a Pikachu or Snorlax blindfold. If there was one more option that I might have missed, then, well, that's my bad. But with that said, any donations, whether big or small, help us, and we very much appreciate your time, as well as your consideration. But of course, you just being here is all fine and dandy. So with that said, I'm going to hand it on over to Murtag. Thank you for showing this game, I gotta say, by the way. I quite enjoy me some Sound Vortex.
Oh, nice. Yep, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm Murtag, and I'm going to be showing off Sound Vortex. So, firstly, what is Sound Vortex? Probably a lot of you don't know what it is. It's a Japanese rhythm arcade game, only really in arcades, that has kind of quite a unique control scheme. But I'm technically playing on like a clone. It's called Unnamed Sound Vortex Clone, or USC. It's kind of like Clone Hero if you've heard of that. So that allows me to play basically the game very accurately to how it is in an arcade on a PC with my custom controller that has loads of fancy buttons. It's got 4 white buttons, 2 thumb orange buttons, and we've also got 2 knobs which control some lasers. But it's easier to understand when I show you in action. So before we start the timer, I'm just going to very quickly jump into a super easy song and just kind of show you the mechanics. So it's a vertical scrolling rhythm game, just like Guitar Hero. It comes down white notes, so those white notes. The big long orange notes are the thumb buttons. Sometimes they're hold, sometimes they're not. Here's the lasers, the unique mechanic. So I have to follow them left and right with the 2 lasers. So blue's on my left, red is on my right. And so with that covered up, hopefully it should make sense. Just look at the screen, look at my camera, and you'll kind of understand it, hopefully. But we're just going to jump straight into it. There are 20 difficulties of songs in this game, and we are going to jump straight in at 15. We don't have time for anything easier than that. So let's start the timer when I go on this song. So if we're ready on time, we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Very first thing to explain, speed in the top left. I can set the scrolling speed however I want. I'm going to set it to be probably look very fast to you. 750 is what I play at. The faster it is, the more it spreads out the notes, which actually kind of makes it easier when you're used to it. To explain some of the UI, so at the bottom of this, my combo, that's the easiest way to see how well I'm doing. If that number doesn't reset back to 0, that means that I haven't missed notes. If it's yellow, that means I haven't missed a note yet. If it's green, it means I've not missed, and also I've hit all crits. Crits is like, critical hits are how the game measures your accuracy. So it's kind of like a 4-frame window-ish to hit a crit, and that's if it's yellow at the bottom. Or I can have a near. Clear me is on the right. If I end the song above 70%, that is a clear. That is what we're going to try and do on all the songs today, if we're lucky. Scores, top right. The number below my score is whether I am how I'm doing compared with my PB. Red means worse than PB, white means ahead of PB. So yeah, this is some, I think it's a Toho song, this. It's going to show off some kind of fundamental mechanics. While playing Sound Vortex, you're always kind of doing one of 3 different things. Either both hands on buttons, I call that like a two-handed section, like this. Or you've got one hand on the lasers, in which case I call that a one-handed section. One hand has to have to look after all 6 of these buttons. Or you're using both lasers at once. That's like double laser section. We're just going to be jumping between them really rapidly. So that was kind of a warm-up song of 15. We're jumping straight into a 16. So once you get to 16s, the difference between different 16s is so much that the community decided to like basically split them up into tiers. So this is a low 16, an E/F. This song is a total banger. This song is actually on Spotify. I listen to it quite often. Very laser-focused song. You're gonna see a lot of a technique that I like to call parking the laser. So basically, I just have to follow the movements of the laser. So if the laser is going straight forward, that means that I can just leave it. I don't need to hold the laser. And that is a really important mechanic. Recognizing when you can let go of the laser. This is quite a difficult section. Once you lose the laser, it can be hard to get it back. But it doesn't actually matter where the laser is on the screen or how fast it's moving. All the thing that matters is the direction. When it's horizontal, I just need to flick the laser. That's a fun double laser section. And a lot of held notes. Held notes are very important in this game because they count as a hit for every single beat that you're holding it. So letting go of a hold note is very punishing. Now for a bit more of a technical section to end this song. Okay, that was an okay performance of that song. Because you lose so many points if you miss some of the lasers. It's a very variable song. But so that was like an easy 16. We're gonna skip mid 16s. We're gonna go straight into a hard 16. This is one of my favorite 16s. It's called Redshift. It's got a load of piano and fun instrumentation. I just really like the way it's charted. Not a great start, but we'll bring it back. You're seeing a lot of parking of the lasers there. Classic one-handed section here, where I need to I very much encourage you to try to like pick apart like what's going on the screen. It's easy just to, you know, enjoy the pretty colors, and it's easy to think that this game is just purely about speed, like how fast can I move my hands, but really reading the notes is super important, maybe even more important than just moving fast. So like, try and imagine the controller in front of you, and then think, ah, yeah, that was a red laser, so it needs just my left hand on the lasers there. We're going to see some harder one-handed sections coming up here, where we have to hit both orange notes with one hand. Like that. I kind of... That was not that great. 500,000 points behind my PB, but that's okay. I'm just kind of warming up. I'm going to be trying to do a lot of commentary on these easier songs, which I might play slightly worse as a result, because I'm going to be tryharding the later section, so I want to kind of get all the explanation out of the way now. This is Jabura. This is a really fun song. It's really focused around transitioning between the different contexts. So I'll need to do lasers and then very quickly transition back into two-handing on the board. You can already see it. Super important I can reach the lasers really, really fast. One of the first things you have to learn in this game is reaching to the lasers without looking, and just having that pure muscle memory of their location. And try to remember this song, because this is actually going to be relevant way later towards the end of my showcase. Sections like that with loads of orange notes can be really difficult to read. Into a double laser section. This is a good test to see if my lasers are on point, whether I full combo this, and I failed. Almost. So this is like the finale of the song, so I'm just going to try hard a little bit more. Loads of parking of the lasers. There we go, that was actually not too bad. So that was kind of my warm-up. Hopefully I should get you kind of into the game. But we're going to jump straight up into 17s, which is where we're going to spend most of our time. So 17s, the gap between the hardest and the easiest 17 is just so huge that there's like 6 different categories, F all the way to A+. I'm going to start working through them. So this is going to be F. This is Ill-Star Driver or something. We're going to see a lot more advanced one-handed sections like that, and just generally going to be a lot more dense. But it's a good test of whether you have mastered the techniques so far. Chorus now. Bit of an easier section before it ramps up again, although this isn't super easy. Oh, there we go. That was okay. Yeah, so let's move on to where we move next. So Last Battalion. So this is a really fun song. This is kind of got quite of an epic feel to it. It's got some really tricky parts as well. It's got some difficult one-handed sections. Let's see how far I can take my combo here. Not too far, apparently. It's all good. So I have to play the whole board here with just my left hand. No, my right hand. And it might not look that difficult, but just training yourself to be able to reach across there obviously without looking, is a lot harder than it looks. Bit of a reach here. Okay, now this song gets harder in my opinion. I can kind of handle this section, assuming it doesn't just like randomly get twice as fast. Oh no. Make sure I don't drop the holds there. There we go. That was actually a decent performance. Nice. All right, slowly warming up into this. So after that song, we're gonna step it up, and every single time we step a category, you might think 17F to 17E, it can't be that much. Well, trust me, like it's a lot. Every single time it really does make a huge difference. So this is Anger of the God. So this is obviously going to be super easy, super chill, as you can tell. This is actually one of the songs that gets harder as it goes. A lot of songs are like that, and it actually makes it very hard to clear, because if you fail the end, your clear meter's just going to die. Clearing in this game is relatively harsh. So, already very note dense. Some very difficult chords here to do one-handed. But we're still just building up to the finale, believe it or not. This is a nice section. Double laser. Okay. After this interlude, we'll be going into the end. My clear meter is not looking great, so I'm just going to concentrate for the rest of the song. With these really difficult reaches, actually. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're out of the thick of it now, but decent performance. Okay, so you can probably already see that this is getting kind of crazy. It's getting kind of crazy. We're it's only getting crazier from here. It's getting a lot crazier. So next song I'm gonna play is a song that I'm much worse at. It's Toy Boxer. It's just honestly, it's just a really cool sounding song. It's really tricky. It's less note dense, but it just really tries to throw you off with some complicated sections. But it's also just like a total cat jam. So I just let you enjoy this. Even this unassuming part is super hard. But it does get harder towards the end. That was one of the sections I was talking about. Here we go again. Okay. There's one hard bit left coming. Did okay on that bit? Okay, that was okay. Ended with 100% clear. I will absolutely take that. All of these songs I've played an absolute crap ton, so that's why I'm not getting anywhere near my PBs. Like in a marathon where I'm just like one-shotting them all. It'd be pretty amazing if I get any of these PBs. But you know, why not? Let's step it up again. So I don't know what time zone any of you are in, but if you're feeling a bit tired, this is what this song. It's called Awakening. You know, it wakes you up. I would certainly feel woke up after this song. Now, would you believe it if I told you that this song gets much harder towards the end? I've missed quite a few bits here, so my clear meter's not looking great. I have to try hard a little bit here to get a clear. But I'll let you know when the hard bit starts. I mean, you'll probably know. I actually suck at this section. We're not at the hard bit yet. Okay, here we go. Serious time. Whew, pull that back towards the end. Not a great start, but so yeah, this is 17 Ds, and so now we're just gonna play another one of my I think it just sounds really good. This is Sephiroth again, another cat jam. You know, because why play a rhythm game if they're not just gonna play absolute bangers? Rhythmically, kind of a bit harder. I have to reach for some of these chords. Definitely my kind of song. Okay, here we go for the big finale. Yeah, that was not bad. Oh. Oh, okay. I just need like a quick 30-second break because my eyes and hands are getting a bit dead. So if you've got anything to read, Tempest, go for it now. Just while I chill out for like 1 second. This game's
absolutely. Yeah, take as much time as you need. You've been killing it so far. Like, holy heck. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, well, we did get a couple of donations. We have 2 $5 donations from Tally. No comment, but thank you very, very much for your contribution. I would like to remind everybody that we do have some incentives that are still open for your consideration. For instance, we have a Batman Arkham City New Game Plus run where we will pick the top 2 skins for the runners. Let me just make sure I have all of them listed here, but to my knowledge, we've got the 1970s Batman, the animated Batman, Batman Beyond, that's my personal favorite because I actually grew up with that show. There's the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight Returns, Sinestro Corpse Batman, and then Year One Batman. So all of these at your disposal. Again, the top 2 will be decided for each of the runners, I believe. And I do not think we have any donations for those yet, so any one of those 2 can win. But we also have picking a blindfold for our Pokemon Red Runner Shifty, which is between Pikachu. It does say Pikachu, but I can definitely tell it's meant to be Pikachu, and then Snorlax as well. And Pikachu is currently in the lead at $5, but Snorlax does not have anything going just yet, so any donation can tip the scales on that one. Of course, I'd like to remind that you can add multiple incentives to a single donation, so you can split it as you so choose. And of course, we'd like to thank you for contributions all the same. So thank you for being here. I think that's... Oh, right, there is one more incentive I should mention. That is for Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal New Game Plus No QE. And if we meet $300 for that, the runner will attempt what's called Scrunchless. It's a very difficult and precise trick on the Holostar Studios, which is skipping the section with Scrunch the Monkey. So if you'd like to see that, well, you all know what to do. ! Donate. It's going to Crisis, where we will be helping people get out of homelessness, so it's a great cause. And with that said, Murtag, whenever you're ready, let's hear some more jams.
Just doing some stretches, which is really important to maintain wrist health. What time are we on, by the way, through the showcase?
Let me take a quick look about that one. It says 26 minutes and 50 seconds by my side.
Great, that's good. We've got more than half for the rest of the run. Okay,
Heck yeah.
let's go into 17 Cs. Massive again, huge step up in difficulty. This is where like 17s really shine. This song's just so intense. So it's going to be mostly try hard mode from now on. The hardest part of this song is those really fast one-handed lasers and chords. I have to really rapidly switch between lasers and chord. Took a lot of practice to be able to do. This section did well there. Got the second one, so doing okay. Oh, nice, just barely getting the clear, so you can immediately see these are getting really close to clearing or not clearing now, because it's pushing towards my limit of skill. Let's just keep going. So this is Anixia. Super difficult song. This is just crazy, this song. Just absolutely all over the place. Doesn't care about your well-being at all. Whew, so far so good. Whew. Ending was a bit sketchy, but we got there in the end. Okay. This now we're gonna go on to 1 in a Billion. This is a cool song. It has a really mind-melting chorus, so I've got a bit of homework for everyone watching. During the chorus, just try and keep track of the lasers. Ignore the notes, like let me worry about that. See if you can just wrap your head around what the game is asking you to do. Remember, there's only all that matters is red left, red right, or the same for blue. There's only 4 things the lasers can do at any individual time. Here we go. Oh no, there's a bridge yet. Okay, get ready. Remember, lasers. Follow them. Ah! I didn't do a very good job there. Hopefully you did a better job than I did. Whew, almost didn't clear that. Okay. We're going to move on to Fire Strike, which is another absolute banger. It's one of the songs I actually played like years ago. I say about a year ago, I stumbled across this song and I was like, oh, this sounds really cool, but I can't play it for crap. Notice the very difficult chords that I have to play with one hand here. We're going to see some cross-handed lasers as well later. The song gets harder as it goes. If you watch my hand there, I have to reach over to hit the other laser. Because my other hand is stuck. Okay, I need to really try hard for the rest of the song to get the clear. Because it gets hard now. Well, that was a bit sketchy towards the end, but we're still just about clearing these songs, which is nice. Okay, what have we got next? Okay, Inscape. This is a fun song. This is just Piano Madness, the song. It's nice, fun exercise for your hands. It's very easy to fail this song right at the end there. Whew. Okay. Now I'm going further down. So this song is, it sounds really good. It's got some cross-hand lasers, but the final third of this song is just completely crazy. My fate will be decided there. These are the cross-handed lasers. I have to reach over. My mind just kind of exploded there for a brief second, but I think we're back. Playing this game is quite a surreal experience. You don't feel very in control of your hands. Okay, here we go. Right, that's our first not clear. It was so close. 65%. These songs are now getting very hit and miss whether I clear them every single time. So then we're going to move into the kind of final set of songs that I want to do. Before I do, I'm going to really annoy tech by saying, I think I want to try and have the game a bit louder. So I'm not really planning on talking during any of these songs. They're way too hard. So I just want to check whether that's cool from people if I just raise the game volume by a little bit. And then I promise I won't talk during the game. Well, I won't be able to with the difficulty of these songs. Well, I will take silence as acceptance, and you can tell me off, and I will ask for forgiveness, not permission. So just 1 second. I just raise it up a bit. Hopefully it shouldn't deafen you guys in the chat. How is this? Let me just get all my notes back up. Okay, cool. I have official permission to do so. Okay, I'm feeling it a bit more now. So, yep. So I'm just gonna go into like super tryhard mode. I'm gonna play basically my final 5 songs. Let me know if I'm in the last 5 minutes. I think I've got time though. So we're gonna go to 17Bs. These songs are absolutely ridiculous. I've hardly ever cleared. I've only cleared all of them a couple of times. So every single clear I get is like epic victory. So let's see what we can do with absolute domination. Oh, almost choked to the ending there. That is a clear. Nice, okay. If you're wondering, does it make it harder when it like slows down by a lot? Yeah, the answer is yes. Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, this is just getting harder though. Like, this song is ridiculous. This song is so ridiculous. Let's see. Lancelot, Flame of Rebellion. Okay, we're looking okay-ish. Okay, so yeah, pretty hard song. I did okay on certain sections, but I screwed up a couple of important sections. It reaches the point now where like every part of the song I have to not make any major mistakes. But almost got there with that. Okay, and so now we're gonna do possibly the hardest song I'm gonna show you. So remember Jibera? Imagine if from before. If you take that song and then just absolutely explode it into utter madness, this is what you get. So let's see if I can get this one. Okay, we're looking okay. This is the do or die bit. Nice. Really happy with that clear. Yeah, I practiced quite a lot this song specifically to try to get that clear. As you can see, like, I've played this song so many times. That is the 4th time I have ever cleared this song. So that is super nice.
Very nicely done. I'd just like to make a quick reminder that, according to our timer, we are nearing the 50-minute mark, so just to let you know.
Nearing the 50-minute mark, did you say?
Yes.
Okay, that's perfectly good. We're well on time then. Cool. All right. I'm going to now play 117A. So this is like one tier above. This song kind of suits me though, so I don't find it as hard, but it is still really intense. Nice. Yeah, that's a fun one. And so before I jump onto my very final song, since I think I've got time, I'm going to quickly jump over to a really fun song. So we haven't really explored much of the like absolute madness songs in this game, and one of the things is the speed of songs can vary massively, and if a song can change speed, we saw it a little bit with Absolute Domination. And the song I'm about to play is a medley of several different songs, and each song is at a different speed. So it's a 16, so it's a little bit easier. It'll be a bit of a warm-up before my final song. But it's like a really kind of silly, fun song, so we'll see how this goes. So I could change the speed myself mid-song, but I think it's more fun if I just do this. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. So yeah, that's a fun little song. It goes to Solid Snake going on in the middle there. Shoutouts to the snake block we had earlier in the marathon. But now let's just kick it over to the very final song. So we play loads of 17s. We're gonna play 118. So this is like one of the absolute easiest 18s, but obviously that doesn't make it easy. But we'll see how we do. I really like this song, so let's end this on our final song.
Good luck, have fun.
And that'll be time. Okay, thank you so much for having me, for letting me show off this game. This has basically been my COVID passion, like other people by doing other things like exercising or whatever. I right near the pandemic got one of these controllers. I've just been playing it so much. It's so much fun. If you thought this was cool, wanted to try this stuff out, what you should do is find where you can play these arcade machines. Look at where you can find a Japanese rhythm arcade place. There are places in most big cities that have Sound Vortex, Juby, Groove Coaster. There's so many awesome games. One of them is going to just like hook you, and it's so cool with its unique control schemes and stuff. They're so much cooler than you might think. So just get yourself down to an arcade and try them out. Because they're super rewarding and it's super fun. So thank you so much for having me, and thanks so much for Tempest and Tech with getting this run running well, and so that I could show it off for everyone. And thanks for UKSG for letting me show this off as well.
Thank you very much for submitting this. We very much appreciate having you, and yeah, I like me a good jam session, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's there's a lot of good songs, and if you're not enjoying the music, then what's the point in playing a rhythm game? So I hope that you also got to hear some bangers as well throughout the
Yeah, I think you mentioned that one of the things was potentially Toho, so I know that definitely got a smile out of me.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right,
everybody. Well, be sure to follow Murtag because that was truly something. And with that said, coming right up will be Dr. Mario Online RX with the one and only Razor Flame Kun. So stay tuned.